You can start recording. I'm gonna try to find the other names. Bear with me. So I found Kevin. Kevin, I believe you can do that already now.
I cannot find the position.
Okay, now I just chose Riando. Can you already record now?
No.
Check it out again. I have chosen you as a co-host, so you should be able to check again. You should be able to record because you're co-host at the moment. And then I haven't
in the right side of the share screen menu, Pak Riando.
Wait, I'm gonna have to find the other Nail Royan. I haven't found your name here. 1 second. Nail Royan. Yep, I got you. So yes, I have made you my co-host. Nail, can you already record now?
Yes, sir.
I cannot.
Great. So it is now recorded already, yeah?
Yes, sir.
Brilliant.
Yes,
Right,
I have done, sir.
Yeah, you've done, yeah? So ladies and gentlemen,
Yes.
those who just dropped by, just come to my class, welcome. So these are the 11 activities we would like to do. And we just actually finished the first activity, which is introduction and the preparation. I have chosen Vavai, Nail, Riando, Kevin as the volunteers who are able to actually record the class. And by the end of the meeting, could be tonight or tomorrow, this particular gentleman would have responsibilities to share the link to every one of you in this class so you can access it and you can have a look yourself at how the class went from the beginning to the end. Okay, so that was the first. Secondly, I will explain the activities to do tonight. So we will discuss some questions in chapter 1. I believe last week I already spoke to you, I already instructed you to work on chapter 1 of the book that I sent in the WhatsApp group, did I? So if I did that, so I believe some of you have done, and probably we will try to talk about this a little bit. We can choose some of the practices. We try to go through the practices, and then I will try to give breakout rooms. So I will try to divide the groups into 7 or 8 people. 7 or 8 groups. It means if we have 78 people, when I divide into 7 or 8 groups, so one group could consist of 10 people, 11 people-ish, things like that. And then I'm expecting in the group later on, in each of your group, I will give you some assignments, some tasks to do. You will work in a group. You can talk to your friends. You can work in a group, cooperate. For instance, I'm planning to ask you to work on some questions from the book, chapter 1. You can talk to your friends, try to fill up the question, fill in there, and then answer all questions. I give you around 15 to 20 minutes. That's going to be long enough, I believe. And then I will return you to the main room, and then we will talk about this. I mean, I'm going to ask you one at a time, one by one, to present some questions. Like, what would be the answer of this one? What would be the answer of that one, of this one and that one, based on the discussion of your group? So please present it in a proper manner, because that is how I will take the 5% of your marking. Again, I would like to remind you, in the contract, each of your class that you attend will be worth 5%, right? If you remember that. So the more active in the class, the much better chance you actually get the 5% of your marking in every meeting we have. Okay, and then if you could see number 6. Number 6, we're going to the second round of our activity. So in the second round of activities, I will provide some example of emails. So some example of emails. And then I will also provide one example of email as the main instance. So I will try to talk about email in a proper way. I will show a proper email, example of a business email or professional email. And we'll go through why this is correct, how the structure is, how the grammar would be. And then I will give you 3 other examples with lots of mistakes or errors in those emails. So, and then I will divide you back again to your groups. I will return you to your groups. Could be different groups, could be same groups. I will divide you into groups again, and I would like you to talk with your groups about the mistakes on the email. So, right, so it could be grammatical mistakes, could be spelling mistakes, could be structural mistakes. I would like you to find out what mistakes in each of the emails I give you. So there are 3 emails in total. I would give you again 15, 20 to 25 minutes maximum. And then I will return you back to my class, to the main room, which I will ask one by one again to present. Sir, the email number 1 has some mistakes such as 1, 2, 3, 4. Supposedly, it is written blah, 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 not blah, blah, blah. So I would like you to share screen. I will make you co-host and share screen and present to the rest of the class. Okay, that was number 7, yeah? Sorry, number 8, yeah? And then we go to number 9. We will go to number 9, which is the question and answer sessions. In this case, I am happy to answer every questions that you may have. And then after that, I would provide you with the task for the next meeting. And I will again emphasize for those 4 people who volunteer to record the class to actually start sharing. Could be tonight, could be tomorrow. It's all up to you. As long as you share it, maximum 2 days after the class. So please don't take a week to actually share the recording so that everybody can take a look again how they actually attended my class. So I cannot say, oh, Kevin. Right, Kevin just wrote me down. He hasn't been able to actually record the class. I don't know what happened, honestly, but Neil, Riando, and Kevin, sorry. Neil, Riando, and Vavai, have you been able to actually record the class?
Yes, sir. It's
Yes,
okay.
sir.
Great, so I don't know why,
Yes, sir.
honestly, Kevin hasn't done it. Kevin, honestly, I don't know because I already made you a co-host, so you should be able to actually, record the class. But anyways,
Yes, but maybe because I haven't finished the previous class.
right, yeah, that could be right.
Because the process of the Zoom is so slow. I don't know why.
Okay. No worries, Kevin. If you can't, I think 3 people will still do. That should be no worries. Neil, Royan, Riando, and
Sorry
Zan.
for that. Sorry
And
for
Kevin,
that.
you have done it, right? You can do it, right? So that should be enough. 3 would be enough for now. Okay. And then, yes, after you share, I'll ask you to share the recording, the link of the recording, then we close the class. So that's it, the 11 activities that we would like to do today. Before we go on, does anyone have question about these 11 activities we will do tonight? You can raise your hand or you can ask me. Yep.
Ruth speaking.
Ruth, is
sir.
that you?
Yes. Yeah.
What would you like to ask me?
Yes, number 3, sir. Can you repeat, please?
Right. Okay. So number 3, it's actually me, Ruth. That's a good question. Thank you for the question anyway. So number 3 is actually me. I would like to show some, share my screen, and I would like to talk about some of the grammar in chapter 1. It's not going to be too long because I believe the rest you can do it later on in your group activities. But I would like to show some examples of how you actually do it. Some of you have sent me actually today. Some of you have sent me their works. Although I remember last week I did not instruct you to send me your, what do you call that? Your work. It was just only your personal work, but some of you send me anyway. So thank you so much. I mean, I appreciate that. You're fine. I accept with my open hands your assignments. But again, I mean, it was not a must because I did not instruct you to submit. I just would like you to work and to start working on the questions for your own sake. Okay, I hope I answer your question, Ruth.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
That's all right. Anybody else would like to ask a question?
Sir.
These 11 active. Yeah, anyone say something?
Me, Johanna, sir.
Yeah, you're welcome to write down your name on chat box so I know which one is asking question.
Oh, so I must write down my name first.
Yeah, it'll be great. So I can call you after that,
Okay.
right? Johanna, yeah, Johanna, what would you like to ask me?
Okay, so actually, sir, can you just explain again what should we do actually in the breakout rooms and what should we do after that? Like you
That's,
choose
yeah, right.
one
Okay.
one at a time.
All right. Okay. Thanks, Johanna.
Thank
Thank
you,
you for the
sir.
question. Okay. So allow me to explain myself again, by the way. So in the breakout rooms later on, that will consist of around 10 to 11 participants in total. So I would ask you first time to work on chapter 1. So there are questions, right? There are questions that I already discussed, and there are also questions that I have not discussed, right? So those questions actually, if you already worked before and you did the instructions I made to you, should be easy for you. But I will still ask you to discuss this anyway in this class. So I will give you around 15 minutes. I will provide specific tasks later on. So for instance, A, B, A2, A3. So this page, and that page. So you can work on those pages I will mention later before the breakout rooms. And you discuss with your friends to answer questions on those sections in the chapter. So that is the first round, right? And then after that finish, after the breakout finish, I will drag you back in the main room. I will drag you back in the main room where I will ask you one at a time. So one person by another to explain some questions that you have done in your particular discussion with your group. That is the first round. And then the second round, I will divide you again into groups, but the discussion will not be about the chapter 1, but the discussion will be about the example of emails that I will give you later on. And I need you to find the errors. Do you know errors? Mistakes? The mistakes in the writing of emails. Could be the structure, could be the grammar, could be the spelling, etc. You talk with your partners, with your group for about 15 to 20 minutes again. And then after 15, 20 to 25 minutes, I'm not sure now, but could be earlier, I will drag you back again to the main room. And then I will ask you one by one again to present the result of your discussion. So like email 1, there are some mistakes like A, B, C, and D. Email 2, there are some mistakes like B, C, D, or E. Things like that. Johanna, do I answer your question?
Okay, I got it, sir.
That's
Thank you,
brilliant.
sir.
That's all right. Okay, one more question if you have any. Otherwise,
Sir,
we're gonna
may I
crack
ask
on.
questions, sir?
What's your name? Would you like to write down your name, please, before you ask the
Oh.
question, so I know which one is asking?
Sorry, sir.
We got 80
Sure.
people, remember? Stanley,
Okay.
yeah, go on.
Sir, for the 6 activities, like the email examples,
Okay.
are we allowed to use another software like Grammarly, sir?
I would actually allow you to do that, but for the sake of your own practices, try not to. You know what I mean? If you try not to, you will see that, okay, I have the ability to actually recognize which mistakes available in this kind of email. If you use Grammarly, sometimes they provide explanations, but many times their explanations don't make any sense. So yeah, you can do that if you want to, but you still have to think about what kind of mistakes they make. Okay, so Stanley, I hope
Okay, thank
that
you, sir.
clarifies the confusion. All right, okay. All right. That's all right, mate. So I think that should be good, yeah? We can crack on to the next one, yeah? Okay, I will stop sharing this, but I will come back again just in case you ask a question later on. Okay. Now we're going to the third one, I believe. One second, let me check the third one. Yeah, discuss some grammar questions from chapter 1. I just would like to present something, talk to you about something. Could be ask you one by one as well. And then you're welcome to answer some questions I give you before we actually go to the group. Okay, allow me to share the screen. 1 second. Okay. Allow me to share this one first. I mean, can you see my screen, by the way?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
We
right.
can see.
That's brilliant. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, again, we're still talking about Unit 1 because last week we used the whole time to actually, I used the whole time to actually presented the contract of the class and try to get to know you and try to call you one by one because I did not have the system of quiz yet last week, but today I already got the quiz. So the attendance list can be done using QR code that I just gave you already. So yes, I mean, in this particular class, we will try to ask and answer personal questions, talk about how people communicate, and then greet people, how to end conversation, and write personal email. If you could see that in the learning objective number 3, write a personal email. I try to, what do you call that, modify. Not personal email, but more like professional email. That is why I will send you 3 different emails, and I would like you to try to take a look what kind of mistakes, what kind of errors these 3 emails have. So you can talk with your partners later on in your group. Okay. And then, yeah, I mean, let's relaxly talk about this. May I ask you one by one about these questions? And if I mention your name, would you please answer this in a proper way, as best as you can? Okay. Okay, 1 second. So about number 3, ask personal questions about interests and hobbies. Allow me to ask some names in this group, and then I would like you to answer me for those whose names I call. So can I ask Nadia, please? Is Nadia here? Right, Nadia, I mean, if I would like to ask you a question, what do you have any hobbies, Nadia, in your life? I think you're still muting yourself. Well, I can't hear your voice, Nadia.
Nada is already unmute, sir.
Yeah, but I don't know. I can't hear your voice, Nadia. Yeah, I still can't hear her. I mean, can everybody hear Nadia's voice, by the way? Or it's
No,
just
sir.
me?
No, sir.
Right, so that is
Cannot
not,
hear her.
so that could be the system of Nadia's. All right. All right. I mean, Nadia, try to work on that first. And then if you're finished with that, tell me through the chat box. I'll come back to you, okay? So, Alfin, I'd like to ask you, Alfin. Do you have any hobbies
sir.
in your life, Alfin? What are they?
Yes, I have, sir.
What are they? Tell me, please.
My hobby is listening music, maybe.
Okay. What sort of music do you like to listen?
Sometimes pop music or rock music, maybe.
Okay, okay. Right, thanks. Okay,
Yes, sir.
another person. Friska, Agner Friska, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. I can hear you.
Yes? Agner, are you here? Agner
Yes, sir.
Friska? I don't know why your voice is so, I can't really hear your voice. What's happening?
Can you hear my voice, sir?
Agner, you might want to turn on or turn up your microphone, things like that. I'll leave you right now, just work on that. I just come to somebody else. Vania, are you here? Vania Chandrajaya.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
okay. So do you have any hobbies, Vania?
I have a lot of hobbies, sir.
Right.
For me, hobby is like me time. So
Okay.
I love watching movies. I also love painting,
Okay.
and I like chatting with people
Right.
and so on. Yeah, I do some sports like badminton, basketball, and also football.
Wow, football as well. That's brilliant. Do you play
Yeah,
football or you watch football only?
like the small one, futsal.
Oh, right. I mean, do you play futsal or you watch futsal only?
I play.
Oh, you play. Wow, that's great. Fantastic. Okay. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Vanya. Right. So, guys, before I go to the next participants, I would like to show examples. So, there are some questions that will be asked in certain English tests. Let's say IELTS. Do you know IELTS in your life? I mean, I'm sure you know about IELTS, right?
Yes,
So
sir.
in IELTS question, there would probably be questions like this. Do you do any sport? Do you have any sports? Or do you like any sports? Do you have any hobby? Things like that. My suggested answer would be like this. For example, yeah. You can say just thank you for the question, and then you answer by, actually, I'm a kind of active person. So I like to do many things at once. So I like more moving around. I like walking around. I like to do lots of things. So because I like doing lots of things, I also have many hobbies. But from those hobbies I have, if I have to choose one hobby that I like the most, it will be football. Football that I play, normally not the five-a-side football like people call it futsal nowadays, but football, the 11-a-side. So this kind of sports give me confidence, give me some capabilities to actually communicate with my partners, to give me some health, and I can try to improve the quality of my my lung in terms of the way I breathe every time. So yeah, that's the reason why I like doing football, playing football. So from the many hobbies I have. If you see the pattern of the way I answer, you can try to bring the questioner to some general things. You like many kinds of sports because you're an active person. And then you go to the specific one, like if you like badminton. But the sport that I like the most, or the hobby that I like the most, is actually playing badminton, is walking around, is listening to music. And then you explain why you like listening to music. Don't just stop after you say, I like listening to music, that's it. So in IELTS test, if you do that, your marking will be less than 5, I can tell you. So try to bring the answer to more general. I'm an active person. I like doing lots of things. I also have so many hobbies. But if I have to choose one hobby that I like the most, it would be playing football. Because A, B, C. That's it. Do you think you can do that after this if I ask you the same question?
Yes, sir.
Great. Okay. I shall go to the next person now then. Ranga, are you here? Okay, Ranga, do you have any
Yes,
hobbies? Have you got hobbies?
okay, I'm trying to thank you for your question, but I'm trying to become like you, sir.
All right, go on.
Okay, I have thank you for your question. Because I'm really I'm busy, have several activity every day, and I also have a hobby instead of work. Actually, my hobby is traveling, and I really happy with new with when I met with new person, talk with them and sharing how do you do, and like kind of sharing knowledge, and also sharing experience with new guy. So when I traveling, I got another experience, and also new friends to talk and discuss for so many things. Like for example, I got like a driver. What kind of what should I call for driver? Train maybe masinis in bahasa, but I forgot in English. He tried to explain how the feeling when they drive the train. I'm not sure about English, but yeah, my point is, I love it for talk with new person. So,
Right, that's
is
great.
it?
Thanks, Ranga. Yeah, that's great. So remember, ladies and gentlemen, try to show some general ideas like, I'm an active person. I like meeting people. I like doing lots of things at once. I like being busy. and then you mention what kind of hobbies you have, 3 to 4 kinds of hobbies, or 4 hobbies if you like, up to you. And then you go to more specific one, right? From those hobbies that I have, if I could choose one, the most, what do you call it? For me, the most interesting hobby would be blah, blah, blah. Okay. All right. So I'll go to the next person. Brian Rangkung. Are you here, Brian?
Yes, sir, I'm here.
Hi, Brian.
Hi, sir.
So if I may ask you a question, have you got any hobbies, Brian?
Yeah, of course I do, sir. Thank you for asking. I think I would like to call myself a cinephile, sir. If you guys are familiar with the word cinephile, means that someone who likes movies very much. So if you are asking my favorite hobby, it would be watching movies. I
Right,
can
right.
learn so many things by watching. I can understand so many topics and also open up to new ideas and knowledge.
Great, great. Thanks, Brian. Fantastic, Brian.
Thank you.
Okay. Now we go to different question. All right. Different question. Zhu Shu Zheng. So Shu Zheng, are you here?
Yes, sir. I'm here.
Yeah, Shu. Allow me to ask you a question. Shu, where are you from? If I ask you where you're from, how would you answer me? Where are you from?
Yes, sir. I'm from the China. China Guangxi University. Guangxi Guangxi City.
Okay. Okay. That's it. Okay. All right. Thanks. Okay. Thank you, Sue. Thank you, Sue. Okay, let's go. Let's do one more time before I try to provide example of how to answer it. So Muhadi, are you here, Muhadi?
Oh, yes, sir.
Hi, Muhadi. You right?
Yes.
Okay, Muhadi, I would like to ask you a question. So the question would be, where are you from, Muhadi?
Okay, sir. I'm from Nganjuk City, sir. Nganjuk is a small city in East Java.
Right. Okay. Okay, Muhadi. Right. I mean, that's fine. So yes, before I go to the next people that I will ask, allow me to provide examples. Again, I try to base the answer on IELTS tests. I mean, it doesn't mean that if you answer this way, you will get 8 or you get 9, but at least you will get more than 6.5 if you answer the way I answer. All right. So for example, if the interviewer in IELTS asks you questions, tell me where you're from. Try not to answer the questions by only, I'm from Semarang City. I'm from Semarang City, Indonesia. You can do that, but it's better if you add something else. For example, I'm from Semarang City, the capital city of Central Java, and the city that is very famous with one traditional food called lumpia. So I got 3 sentences in it. That is how you actually answer in IELTS. Okay, so I will ask the next people. I'm expecting your answer would be at least similar to this. If you can add a little bit more if you like, but at least similar. I'm from Semarang City, which is the capital city of Central Java, Indonesia, and the city that is quite famous with lumpia, one of the traditional foods in Indonesia. Okay, all right. Yep, I will ask you again. I'll choose some of you here. Renita, are you here, Reni?
Yes, sir.
All right. So Reni, would you please tell me where you're from?
I came from Ciamis. In English, I think the meaning is sweet water, and also people say that Ciamis is perapatan. Ciamis is Prancis, so many meanings for Ciamis, sir.
Right. Okay. Okay. I mean, allow me to provide a little bit feedback for you.
Okay.
I'm expecting that the answer could be global type of answer. Imagine that people that ask these questions not from Indonesia, do you think they will understand your answer? Right? So they might not understand, they might not get relevant idea about what your answer is. But if your answer is like, I'm from Ciamis, one of the cities or one of the regions, one of these blah, blah, blah in West Java, Indonesia, blah, 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 it's more global, basically. So people will start understanding where you're actually from. All right. And then try not to translate the name of cities, the name of things, the name of buildings, the name of streets, like that. So basically the names should not be translated. That is one of the rules in translation. So if you live in, for example, Jalan Gajah, if you live in Jalan Gajah, do not translate, I live in Elephant Street. They're not going to find the place. I hope you know what I mean, yeah? I hope you're still following me. If you translate the names, it will not represent the actual name of this place, right? You live in Jalan Gajah, you live in Jalan Harimau number 11, and you translate, I live in in Tiger Street number 11. Do you think they will come up to your address if they're looking for you? No.
No.
Because there is no Tiger address, Tiger Street in Indonesia. What exists is Harimau Street. So do not translate Harimau. Just translate the street is fine. Okay. All right.
Thank you, sir.
All
right.
That's right. And then try to answer using global standard. If you think that your answer is local, Indonesian people will understand, of course, if you talk about Prapatan or Panci or whatever you just talked about, they will understand. But imagine your questioners are from the UK, are from Australia. They would be very confused. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What is Panci? I don't know. What is Prapatan? I can't tell what it is. So try to provide more global answer. That's my point. All right. So Aryu Dono Samudro. Ari, are you here?
Yes, sir, I'm here.
Right. Ari, try. If I ask you questions, Ari, please tell me where you're from. How would you answer that?
Oh, okay. Thank you for your question, sir. Yeah, came from the Surabaya. Surabaya is the capital city of East Java. And the Surabaya is the one of the biggest country with the people. I think number 4 in the Indonesia. So if you have chance to visit Surabaya, I think it's better to visit Surabaya and we can enjoy the city together. I think that's all.
All right. Thanks, Ari. Well done, Ari. I like the way you answer. I mean, all good apart from one. So all good apart from one. I don't know if you call Surabaya country. I think it's city, isn't it? Last time I checked, it is a city.
Sorry. City. Sorry, city.
That's fine. That's okay. It's practice. This is how you make mistakes, right? We never know that tomorrow you'll do IELTS test, so you will not make the same mistakes again.
Yes, thank you, sir.
That's all right. Okay. Next, I would like to go to Farida Azizunisa. Are you here, Farida?
Hi, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Farida. You all right? How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Thank you for asking, sir. I hope you find well.
All right. Okay. So, Farida, would you tell me where you're from, please?
I come from Cikarang. So actually, it's near our campus in Jababeka. So if you guys know, Jababeka is one of the largest industry in ASEAN. So yeah, it's basically near from campus. It's about 10 or 15 minutes. So yeah, I'm from Cikarang, sir.
All right. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you,
Thank you.
Anis. Okay. I mean, I'm not trying to blame you, Farida. You can answer that, Farida. But for the sake of IELTS practice, IELTS training programs, try not to mention about campus. Probably your interviewer is not from the same campus as yours, isn't it? So they
Okay,
don't know
sir.
where Cikarang is. They don't know what campus you are. I mean, please try to answer using global standard. things that people from overseas can try to recognize. West
Alright.
Java or industrial area, you're right. So when you explain that this is one of the biggest industrial area, that's great. But the rest, it's just nearby my campus. I don't know where you're from. I don't know what campus you are, and I don't think we are on the same campus. So what about that? Okay, so yeah, try to make, try to find the answer which can be considered as a global standard. So global communities can find it easier to understand your answer.
Okay, all right. Thank you for the evaluation, sir.
That's all right, Farida. Okay, next, let's just keep going until I find something. So, Leonardi. Leonardi, are you here?
Yes, sir, I'm here.
Okay, would you like to try to answer where you're from, Leonardi?
Wait a moment. Okay, sorry, now can you hear my voice louder? Hello?
Yeah, Leonardi, yeah.
Okay.
Where are you from?
Okay, so I come from Jakarta. Jakarta is a capital city of Indonesia with the famous landmark like Monument Nasional, or we can say it like Monas. And also Jakarta is the biggest city in Indonesia because it is the capital city of the Indonesia.
Okay, thank you, Leonardi. Thank you. That's good. Yeah, it's getting better. You're getting there. Okay, so next person. Ami, you're here, right? Ami, where are you?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, Ami, if I would like to ask you where you're from, how would you respond to that question?
Well, I come from China, an Asian country with a lot of kinds of cultures, and it has a very long history, like many dynasties here, and it also has a lot of kinds of delicious food. And maybe if you have time to come here, and I can introduce them to you. And I love my country, and I hope a lot of friends from different countries can come here and take a visit. And there are a lot of provinces in China, and I come from Hebei. Maybe you are not familiar with it, but it is near Beijing. And that's it. This is where I'm from.
Okay, that's great, Ami. That's great. Thank you for the answer. Ami,
Thank
a
you.
little bit to take some notes, Ami.
Yes.
I don't know how many sentences you just gave me for your answer. It could be 5 or 6 or 7, right? Try to keep it under 5. I mean, if you could, try to keep it under 5. Like the
Okay.
most important parts of the questions where you're from would be the city where you're from, the country where you're from, and then what is that city in your country, and then what is that country in the world. That's it. So it's going to be less than
Okay.
5 sentences.
Okay.
I mean, I know that IELTS test is quite tricky because if you answer too short, they don't like it. If you answer too long, they also don't like it. So basically, try to make
Okay.
yourself in between. Okay, all right. Thanks, Amy, by the way. Okay,
Thank you.
all right. So great. I mean, I would like to go to the next slide. Okay, so in this slide, can everybody still see my screen, by the way?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
great. I mean, just a point to note that there is, if you see on my left side, on is it your left side or right side? I can't tell, but on my screen is my left side. So here, if you see my arrow is moving around, right? So this is how
Yes,
you
sir.
actually ask questions. But I would like to emphasize not the structure, because I believe you already know the structure, but when you try to use in a formal writing, all right, in a formal writing, I would really recommend you to avoid this kind of thing, house. So how is the food is the thing you should write in formal language of English, not how apostrophe. Okay, sometimes you see like I don't know, so I-D-O-N apostrophe T, right? Don't know. You can do that in spoken language, but in written language, whatever you can, don't do it. All right, Just try to make sure that you write down you or I do not know. The same rule will apply in every context when there is apostrophe to be the abbreviation of not. All right? So we are not, we aren't. She is not, she isn't. Do not try to write it down in formal language. You speak, fine. Spoken language. You write, no, that's not fine. Okay? I hope that's what I was trying to emphasize. And then I don't have to mention to you, but I can mention to you anyways. This is something that probably you already know. If you don't know, that's good. We're talking about do, did, does, and did, right? Do is more like the plural, except you, right? The plural subject that you're asking. So when you ask 3 people, you ask them, where do you go? Right? You ask 1 people, where do you go as well? But when you ask somebody else, 1 person, 1 girl, you said, where does she go? So it's more about plural and singular. So I just need you to find out. I'm sure you already know. I just would like to emphasize, re-emphasize, all right? And then the past, if you're asking about something in the past, it doesn't really matter if the subjects, plural or singular, they remain the same. You use did. You ask somebody, for example, Rian. Rian, where did you go last night? And then I was asking Rian about Zhang. Rian, where did Zhang go last night? So there is no differences between the plural subject and singular subject. So I hope you know about this, yeah? So these 2 things that I just explained. The first one, never ever in written form of language, you use the apostrophe S to represent not. You are not, you aren't, she is not, she isn't. Never do that. I mean, if I give you assignments and you do that in my formal writing task, I will directly cross it in the red with red cross. All right? Okay. And then here, I believe that you have done this at home. I mean, I just believe in you. Some of you have sent me the answers of these questions, which are great. But for those who haven't done, just to let you know that this kind of activities will develop your vocabularies and then your grammar, basically, because you will be trained to actually understand how to use proper grammar in every situation. Like, for example, how many children blah, blah, blah have? So which one do you choose? Because we're talking about he, right? And then he is a singular, right? So we, of course, we use does, not do, right? Firstly, and then every question, does always comes up before the subject. That's how you arrange it. So how many children does he have? So this is the one that's supposed to be the answer. The combination of where you put the auxiliary, the subject, and the verb. Okay? And then if you ask about the past, so try to make sure that did comes before the subject. So the answer would be, where did you meet your husband? Why don't we use this, sir? This is somewhere in the past, right? Yeah, this is somewhere in the past because this is the second form of verb. However, remember, this is a question. So question, you need to use this auxiliary, did, in the beginning. So where did you come from? Not where you came from. All right? Okay, so I hope that makes sense. I mean, these things I will give you a chance to discuss with your group later on after I split you in some groups that I mentioned earlier in the beginning of my class. Okay, and then now allow me to ask you these questions, all right? Another questions I would like to ask you. And I will choose, one by one to try to answer this question about where did you grow up? Okay, Dylan, are you here, Dylan? Dylan? Right, is this sleeping gentleman?
Hello, sir. Hello, sir.
Yeah. Hi, Dylan.
Yeah,
Dylan.
I can hear you.
Great. Okay, Dylan, I would like to ask you, where did you grow up, Dylan? Dylan.
Yeah, hello, sir. Thank you for your question. Actually, I grew up in my hometown, which province in China. The name is Xinjiang. This is a bigger area in China. This province is largest area in China, and have a lot of beautiful view in there. Maybe you can visit there in the future. It's very good experience for you guys. Thank you, sir.
All right, thanks, Dylan. Well done, Dylan. I like your answer. So basically, the way you answer where did you grow up is similar to the questions where are you from. So you can mention where you grew up,
correct.
and then what is the city, what country, what is the city for the country, and then what is the country for the world. So you can explain that. All right. Well done, Dylan. You did well. Thank you. I'll try another
Thank you,
person. Okay. Wei Rongning. Hi, Wei.
Hello, sir. I'm here.
All right. Wei, tell me where you grew up. Where you grew up.
Oh, thank you, sir. I grew up in China. My city is Liuzhou. That is a very wonderful city. Once people call my city Liuzhou, it will be remember 3 words. It's like manufacture and beautiful and delicious food. For the manufacturer is the famous Wuling-Ca is manufactured in Liuzhou, and there will be very beautiful when the Spring Festival. You will have so many flowers around the road. And another is have a delicious food is roast fen is very famous in China. Thank you. That's all.
Okay, thank you, Wei. Wei, remember what I just mentioned like a few minutes ago? Try to keep your answer under 5 sentences. So, I mean, again, if we're talking about the IELTS test, the examiners would be very happy if you answer not too short and not too long. Because if that's too long, that will be irrelevant. Sometimes it will be irrelevant. I was just asking you where you grew up, and that's it. Just explain some things less than 5 sentences. For the next time, Wei. I hope you can do that, right?
Okay, thank you, sir.
All right, okay. So now different questions, guys. Different question. I would like to ask you a question like, do you have any favorite food? I will ask you one by one. So do you have any favorite food? That's the question, yeah? Do you have any favorite food? Right, I will go to 1 second. Let me find out one of the names. I'll pick. Aprilia, are you here, Aprilia?
Yes, sir. I'm here.
Hi, Aprilia.
Hello,
How
sir.
are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
That's
How about
great.
you?
Yeah, I'm fine too. Thanks, Aprilia. I'm fine too. Thank you. So, Aprilia, would you please tell me, have you got any favorite food in your life?
Well, it's so hard to answer because I'm a foodie. So I have a lot of favorite food, but one of the most favorite food for me is potato. I love all kinds of potatoes, whether it's fried or mashed and others, but I really like potatoes. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you for your interest.
That's great. Well done. Well done, Aprilia. Yeah, that's how one of the examples how you actually answered. But again, if I could give a little bit comment, Aprilia. So when you, in certain point of answering my questions in potato, right? You don't have to explain how potato is served, right? Just directly why you like potato, and is it doing good for your health? Is it doing good for your certain dietary programs, things like that?
Oh,
Because
okay.
if you try to explain more, right? I mean, you will try to explain the same things in 2 different sentences, which is not recommended. So you choose one. You say earlier, go to more general answer, like I don't know what you mentioned earlier, you foodie or you like food, things like that. or you've got lots of different choices of food that you like in your life. But if you choose one, if you have to choose one, or if I have to choose one food that becomes the most favorite in my life, I would choose potato, because potato is blah, 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 blah. That's it.
Okay.
All right. I mean, I try not to recommend that you explain how the potato is served. All right, but well done. Well done. Okay, so Nasha Said. Is Nasha Said still here? Nasha.
Yes, sir.
Hi, Nasha. Oh, what happened to your head?
Yeah.
You got some.
Oh yeah.
Is that...
Sorry, sir. Wait.
All right. Okay. All right. Oh, there's actually something
Excuse,
going up
sir.
on your head.
Okay,
All right,
sir.
Nasha, if I would like to ask you questions, have you got any favorite food, Nasha?
Okay. Maybe my favorite food is sate padang, sir, because it's a little bit spicy, and I love spicy food. And okay, that's it, sir.
Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. Yeah. I mean, that's all right. That's fine. At least it's good try, by the way. Thank you so much for trying. I mean, next time, if I would suggest you to answer these kind of question, again, go to generic one or general answer. Like, if you are not, what do you call that? If you don't like many foods, just try to make up something. I like many kinds of food, but if I have to choose one food that I like the most, it would be rendang. The thing is, I like spicy food so much, and rendang could provide me with this insatiable need of trying to get the spicy food. That's it. So go from general to the specific one. You can also mention why you like it. Like in the beginning, you say, well, I like eating basically, sir. So I have many kind of different food as my favorite. But if I have to choose one only, I would choose rendang because blah, blah, blah. That's it. Okay. All right.
Yes, sir. Sir,
I'd like to go.
I want to ask, sir.
Yeah. Please. Who's this asking?
Nasha.
Oh, yeah. Nasha. Nasha, yeah, please. Crack
Sir,
on.
what if I picky of food? What should I answer it? How I answer it?
Picky? If you're
Picky
picky of food,
about
I mean,
food.
well, you can say, don't know, like, I'm on diet, basically. So I'm on dietary programs. I'm going to have to watch the diet that I take. So I try to avoid lots of different kinds of food. But from all of those food that I try to avoid, there is one that I don't like the most, which is blah, 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 because it could create uric acid to my, well, you know, uric acid, asam urat in it. So yeah, that is the way you talk about the what do you call it, the limitations of what kind of food you're taking. Try to say something about this. I'm on diet programs. I have lots of food that I'm trying to avoid. But if I have to choose one thing that I don't like the most, this is if you don't like the most, yeah, it would be blah, blah, blah. And then if you're picky, you can say like this as well. Every time, well, I'm not fond of eating, basically. So I don't really like eating. I really watch my diets in my life. But there is one food that I can't take my hands off. That is rendang. Rendang is blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. You know, I mean, I'm on diet. I have to be picky in trying to eat food. But there is one food that I can't get away from. It means when this food exists around you, you'll take it. Whatever happens, you'll take it. Okay. All right. Thank you for the question, Nasa.
Thank you, sir.
All right. So yes, I mean, if you can still see my screen, this is not this one because we've done the question and answer. I'd just like to go this one. Okay. Wait. I try to find out which one I'm trying to talk. All right. Great. So this one is, ladies and gentlemen, if you can see on my screen, there is an idea of present continuous. So this is a bit about grammar. So present continuous is the way to explain something that is happening right now. Right now. For example, right now, Farida or Nasha or Riando is attending my class, right? Attending an English class. So you can say, I am attending English class. On at different times, probably you're still watching television, right? You can say, I'm watching television. So that is how you actually try to express what is happening at this very moment. The way you use it is like, you know, is MR, yeah? That's to be, yeah? The be is MR, yeah? If you talk about I, you use am. Talk about he, you use is. Talk about they or you, you use are. So she is writing, you are writing, they are writing, I'm not writing, I am writing. So that's the positive one. If you go to negative, same rules apply with the previous one. So he's not here, right? He isn't here. It means he's not here. Are not becomes aren't, right? Again, I would like to emphasize that in spoken language, you're fine. You can use this all the time. But again, in writing, try as best as you can to avoid it. Don't ever use aren't, isn't, things like this, because that is informal writing. And in my classes, I will try to be as formal as possible. So it means when there are assignments that I ask you to write something, probably I will ask you to write like 500 words essay or 250 words essay or 100 words essay. Try to avoid using isn't, aren't, and things like that, because that will reduce the marks that I will give you. Okay. And then, yeah, so the difference between present continuous and present simple. Present continuous is something that is happening now at the moment. But present simple is something that happens regularly on a regular basis. It doesn't have to be now it is happening, but it's just happening every day. And normally there is an adverb of time or an adverb that will be used at the end of the sentence, which will determine whether this is present continuous or present simple. For example, if you see the word or the adverb always, sometimes, rarely, never, once, 10 times, 10 times a week, once a year, and the like, that will definitely be present simple, not present continuous. Okay. And the rule, the grammar rule for present simple is you use the first form of verb. Verb 1, that's how you use it. And if you have verb 1 like this, if the subject is he, she, or it, right? The first form of verb will always be followed by s at the end or es at the end. So if you say live, lives, say, says, sleep, sleeps, go, goes. So that's how you do it. Live, lives, right? That's the positive. And then for the negative, I don't, blah, blah, blah. If singular, she or he does not, blah, blah, blah. So that is the rule, grammatical rule of present simple. And these are the words or the adverbs which will determine, make sure that the sentence is present simple. Okay. This is the one that you see earlier. Present continuous, I'm watching TV, she's helping, we're working hard, I'm looking, blah, blah, blah. This is the present continuous I mentioned earlier. So is MR plus ing form of verb. That's the rule, the grammatical rule of present continuous. All right. I still believe you already know about this. I just would like to emphasize and try to, what do you call it? Brush up on your understanding, brush up on and try to polish. Probably your understanding is a bit rusty. You know, do you know rusty? Rust, you know, lots of rust. And then after we talk about this, I describe you and I try to give an example. I'm expecting that this is going to be brushing up on your understanding of grammars. Okay. Right, right. Okay. Okay. Again, I would like to ask you something after this. 1 second. I have to come back. Right. These are just questions, right? I would like to ask different questions, but similar to this. I'll choose one by one. So this question may not be listed on IELTS test question, but I just would like to ask away anyway. Just ask you anyway. So let me go to 1 second. Jin Song Kim. Jin Song Kim.
Hello, sir.
Yeah. Hi,
Yeah.
Jin. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. How about you?
Yeah, I'm fine too, Jin. Jin, allow me to ask you a question. Why do you learn English, Jin?
Yeah, actually, I'm Korean, and as you know, English is international language. So, as a foreigner, if I communicate with the other nation people, I need to what is the language that he can understand. That the very popular language is in the world is English. So, I wanted
Right.
to learn English.
That's brilliant. Thank you, Jin. That's good. That's
Thank you.
great answers. Thank you. So remember, try to be less than 5 sentences. Try to be as best as you can. If you go by 6, still fine. But try to be 5 sentences so that the questioner will not be bored in listening to your answer. Okay, so next, I would like to ask Dwiki. Are you here, Dwiki?
Yes, sir.
Dwiki
I'm here.
Fatur.
Yes,
Hi,
sir.
Fatur. Hi, Dwiki.
Hi.
Tell
Sorry,
me,
I'm just two device, sir.
you what?
I use two device for the Zoom.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. That's all right. That's
Okay.
fine.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, okay. So would you like to answer me? I mean, my question would be, why do you learn English?
Okay. In my opinion, English it's so first language because you can speak to other people or other foreign people because it's very urgent for the communication. Then why? Because because course at EF, then I have experience at learning at Pare. Thank you, sir.
Okay, that's great. Thank you. Learning in Pare, that's brilliant. Yeah. I'm not trying to provide advertisement, but basically, if you go to Pare, you'll see lots of people actually speak English, which going to be a good place for you to come by or to go around and try to practice your English. So yeah, that's good. Thank you. All right, and one more. I'd like
Thank
to
you,
ask
sir.
somebody else. Okay, allow me to ask Dewi Mangesti. Bu Dewi, are you here? Bu Dewi.
Yes, sir. Sorry,
Hello, Bu Dewi. How are you?
Hello. Hello. Yes, I'm here.
Yeah, I know, I can hear you. For some reason, it is not too loud, not that clear, but I can still hear you. Picky eater. Did you say picky eater previously? Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Okay, Bu Dewi, if I would like to ask you a question, how would you respond to this question? Why do you learn English?
Okay. According to the last previous class that from the group
Bu Dewi, Bu Dewi,
Yes.
would you like to louder your voice, please? I mean, is there any way you can turn up your sound?
Okay. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I will use.
No, I still really, I can't quite hear you.
Is it?
For some reason, I can hear a little bit, but not really well.
Okay. Is it okay?
Yeah, now it's better. Yeah, that's much better now.
Really?
Yep.
Already. Okay.
Why do you learn English, Bu Dewi? Tell me.
Yes, because because I think English is the second language that we have to master it beside Indonesia bahasa, because in globalization era we have everything is using English. If you're reading a book or communication in digital, something like that. etc., etc.
So you're saying that in this globalized era, English as the lingua franca, or the language spoken by most people around the world, right? I mean, so learning this language would enable you to actually participate in the global communities. Is that right?
Yes.
All right. Okay. Thank you, Budevi. Okay.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you.
Okay. All right. That's great. Okay. Well, anyway, that is the second activity, by the way. Not the second. Let me see. I'm going to stop sharing this and I'll share this one back. 1 second. So where are you? Right. Right. Can you see my screen now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's
Yes, sir.
the activity.
Yes, sir. We can see that.
Okay, that's the third activity. And now we're trying to move on to the fourth activities today. So tell me, anyone here would volunteer to become my co-host to make breakout rooms of 8 groups? Anyone would like to help me? Or I shall do it myself?
Yes, sir.
Riando,
We-
yes, you're my co-host, right? Great. Riando, would you please make 8 groups randomly, 8 groups randomly, and assign each participant, if we have 79, try to put around 9 to 10 people in this 8 group. Yeah. Guys, the
Okay,
other
sir.
everybody just wait for Riando to help me out with this breakout rooms.
I think we can create a breakout room automatically, sir, by providing, maybe let's say we can divide into 8 group.
So you mean you want to do it by yourself?
No, if we try to create a breakout room, there is 3 option. Number
Okay.
1 is assigned automatically. We just choosing how many breakout room we need to create, so we can
Right.
only pick maybe 8 breakout room, or we must assign manually that it might takes time. Or
Okay.
the third option is let participant choose the room. I think Pak Riando can create by assign automatically because
Right. Okay. Right. Okay. Yeah, Pak Riando.
Yes, sir.
That
Okay.
is right. That is right. We can do automatic division. So basically, you'll be divided automatically into 8 groups. But before we go there, allow me to mention what you would have to do in the groups. Yeah. Okay. I will try to explain
Okay,
what
sir.
you should do in the groups before you create the breakout rooms. Okay, guys, in your group later on, listen to me, eh? In the group later on, I will stop sharing this. I'll share something else. 1 second. Remember that I sent you some PDF books, right? Where's my PDF books? Guys, I sent you PDF books, and have you downloaded it?
yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Great. I'll show you this one. 1 second. I'll share the screen. Yep. So this book, yeah. Okay. Right. Yep. This is the one. Oh, I go too far. I'm going down. 1 second. Go down, go down, go down, go down. It's not going to be too long. Yep. Can you see on my screen? Unit 1, review and extension. Right? Can you see them?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Only some questions should not.
Yes, sir.
Too far. Only some questions. It's about grammar and vocabulary, right? So I would like you to do this with your groups, right? Find out the answers, discuss with your partners. I give you 10 to 15 minutes. And then when you come back, I would like to pick 1, 2, 3, or 4 participants to present some questions here and to tell me what answers you have based on your discussion with your group. Is that going to be clear enough, my instruction, or would you like to ask a question?
Enough, sir.
Okay, so this unit 1 review and extension, discuss with your groups and answer all of these questions. I will give you 10 to 15 minutes, right? And then by the end of 15 minutes, we return to the main room, and then I will ask you one by one to answer the questions from this particular review and extension. Great, I hope I have made myself clear. All right, Riando, it's your time to actually break out the rooms, please.
The group, 8 group, right?
Yep, 8 group, please. Sign automatically, please.
Right now, right now, sir.
Yes, please.
Okay, guys. I will divide 8 group. The first group is me, Riando, and then Fafai, and then Neuroyan, and then Ajeng Dia Permatasari.
I'm sorry, sir, to interrupt.
Yeah, Vavai, go on.
Pak Ando, is this possible to create automatically by only defining how many group we created? Or do you need to manually adding the student to each group, because we have 10 a group and it might take time if we try to adding manually to the break.
Right.
Yes,
You're right. Thanks, Vavai.
Right.
Riando, can you do that? Just
sorry,
sign
I
them
can't.
into 8 groups if you can. You don't have to mention names.
Oh, okay. Breakout room. Oh, okay.
Yep.
8 group. Okay, sorry. Yes. Open a room. Like this?
Yeah, so try to put me in unassigned as well, so I can jump from one place to another.
Sorry, sir?
So try to leave me in the main room, please.
The main room, please. Oh, okay.
We have one Vavai. we just decide you to become captain on this breakout room, Vavai.
Sorry guys. Guys, because I use 2 devices and then my first device is second device, and then I'm leave this device. Sorry guys.
All right.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Okay, somebody would like to becoming share screen, would like to share screen about the unit 1 evaluations.
Okay, let me try. Oh, host disabled participant share screen. I cannot share screen. Oh, bye. I believe that only you cannot share screen.
Actually, okay.
I cannot.
Okay, can you see this one?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, is this true?
Yes.
This is the page 16.
Yes, the section is page 16.
Okay, because we have only 10 to 15 minutes, we can start answering this question. Maybe we can any suggestions how we can answering this question, or do we need just do it directly?
Maybe we can do it directly, like one grammar A, like put the words in the correct order to make questions. Like did you go out last night? Itu bila ada right.
Okay. Okay, I think 1A from 1 to 7 this is quite easy because we just put the did or maybe the other in front of the question. Only if we have something like where or maybe why or anything. Let's start with number 1. Number 1 is, did you go out last night? Is this true?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Number 2?
Where did you go last
Where did
weekend?
you go last weekend?
Okay. Number 3?
What kind of program
What
did
kind
you
of
TV
like?
programs?
do you like?
What kind of TV program do you like?
Yes.
Number 4?
Who do you know at this school?
Maybe Nugraha? Number 4? Can you answer number 4, Nugraha? Where is Nugraha? Okay, number
Who
Or
do
maybe
you
we could
know
take it a
at this
turn.
school?
Maybe we could take a turn to answer this. Like maybe I could answer the number A part B, number 1 part C, and then Pa Fafai will answer number 2 part A, like that. So it could be faster.
Yes, why I asking first about the suggestion, I think we can do it parallel. So maybe let's say Lin Sifeng is number 1A, and then Rangga is 1C. We can divide it now.
All right.
I agree.
I think we can skip the 1A because a lot of has been answered. We start with number 1C. Is number 1C?
Yes.
Yeah, it is my turn for all of this.
Rangga is 1C, but we can work after divided the assignment. Okay.
All right. Number one, I believe, don't call. Is that correct?
No, I think we can work by ourselves, and then maybe 5 minutes after that we can join again, and then we can review together.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
Okay. So Rangga is 1C, and Leonardi 2A. Is this okay, Leonardi?
Okay.
Sifeng is 2B. Okay, Lin Sifeng?
I'm 2B, yes. Okay.
And Perina is 3A.
Okay.
Diaz? Maybe Diaz B and C? 3A, 3B and C?
Why did I get 2?
Sorry? Oh, Diaz.
Why did I answer 3A and 3B and 3C? Because B is last questions or something?
No, because we are only...
Oh, I see. Okay, I'll do it.
Yeah.
Don't be.
So I will get the 3D. Okay?
Okay, bye-bye.
Okay. We can working together after maybe 5 minutes.
But sorry, is it correct that we do this section?
What do you mean, Karina?
Wait. 18. Wait, I check first.
Can you repeat, Karina? Karina, what do you mean?
Sorry, I think why I have a different books that why I have a different book for
I think the book is
student book,
180
right?
180 pages. We have maybe three books that you must looking at the maximum number. This one is 180.
Yes.
And this one is page 16. Leonardo, do you have a similar book like me?
Do you mean the same book like you share now?
Yes.
Yes, you can download it by Mr. Nugroho that sent to us like last week in the WhatsApp
Yes.
group.
I do download from that book, from that group.
Perina,
That's okay.
how many books
That's
do you have?
Three
There
books.
are two.
Because there is three different books, Perina.
But yes. Three books. The first one is Betty Azar, and then the second one is Empower B1 student books. The third one is Empower B1 workbook.
Yes.
Right.
Do you looking at the page number and the title? The title is there is 178p.
Students book
Yes.
2015.
Okay. Maybe can I share screen to show you my the book that I have?
Okay, but
Oh,
I don't
yes.
know if this is possible
I'm
to.
not sure she can share the screen.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, not the 16 page in the PDF, but the page 16 in the book. You can scroll down again. Yes,
Oh,
that one. So it's
okay, that's
18 in
why.
PDF.
Okay. Sorry.
Okay, it's okay. Maybe it's overnight.
Okay. Clear.
Karina, you
Scott
can
Smith.
also sharing the screen. We working on that. Good evening, Mr. Nugroho.
Hey, good evening. I just would like to check. I mean, I see that the discussion is running already. Let's keep continuing. Well done.
Yes, thank you.
I'm just gonna hop
We
into
just
the
decide to do it by ourselves, per section, sir.
Yeah, that's fine. It doesn't really matter as long as you talk with your group and let's see how your group will respond back to you. That's great. I'm glad that your discussion has started. Allow me to check the other group, yeah?
Okay.
Okay, Sir Agung.
I'll see you in a bit.
Yeah, see you too later.
I finished my part. Anyone need my help to do your part?
Okay, Verena, which part do you?
I did A, right?
Okay, 3A.
Yes.
And anyone already finished?
I already finished.
Rangga?
Me too.
Okay.
Me too.
Start with Rangga, maybe first. 1C.
Okay. Okay, 1C. I wanna try to the conversation, yeah. Bye. Hi mom. Oh, hi Jackie. Nice to meet you. Nice to call you. You don't call. Is it correct? Don't call very often.
Okay.
Okay. And then
This is the simple
I
tense.
have other opinion.
Yeah.
all right. Go ahead.
For number 1C, maybe we can use you're not calling very often.
You are not calling.
Yeah, you are not calling very often. Because we could we use present simple or present continuous, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Do you think it is present?
Alright.
How about the
Because I
others?
think this is present simple, because there is very often. It's about the
time signal.
Yes.
Time
Because
signal
if
of
you are
SNA
not
is present
because if
tense.
we talk about you are not calling, it is in the same time.
I see. Okay. So the answer is you don't call it.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
You not call or don't call.
You don't call.
You don't call very often.
Very often.
All right. So yeah, we agree for don't call. Then for number 2 is I'm working really hard. Is there any other opinion for number 2? All right. So I'm working. Yeah. Then number 3, I never have time to call. So I never have. Number 4, I'm sending you emails all of the time. So I use present continuous. Number 4. And number 5, I like to speak to you and hear your voice. So I choose the present tense. Then number 6 is your sister calls me every weekend. Like I use as after your sister. Is it correct or is there any opinion?
Yes, I think it's correct because it is calls.
Calls.
There is
Okay.
the simpleton because there is every weekend.
Yes. Okay. Then number 7. Well, we are speaking now because
Now.
now.
Yes. Now is present continuous.
Yes. Then number 8. But the world is changing.
Changing. Yes.
Yes. Present continuous. Yeah.
Yes.
Then number 9 is some of my friends never phone home. Present tense. Then number 10 is they just email or send a text. Present tense. Done for me?
For 4.
Any comment?
And sorry, for 4. And I blah
4.
blah blah send you emails all the time. It should be and I send you emails all the time, or I'm sending you emails all the time.
I choose I try to I'm sending, but if you guys have any other opinion, it is present continuous or present tense.
In my opinion, it's present simple.
All of the time.
Okay, all the time. What is the all the time? Is this the present continuous or simple? What do
It
you?
should be simple.
Why?
No, I don't know. That's my opinion.
No, it's okay. We accepting or discussing our opinion, but if you think this is the simple tense, you can also emphasize what is your reason that is the simple tense. Verina?
Let's try to check Grammarly.
I think all the time is present tense because it's like usually because of the time is for every time it's like repeatedly things to do. So I think all the time is should be present tense.
Simple. Do you mean simple?
Yes, simple present. Simple
Okay.
present.
I agree with Leonardi because all the time not meaning like all the time from morning to afternoon, but I think all the time to emphasize that this is usually occur.
Yes,
All the
you
time.
can do and do it repeatedly, like usual.
Bangga, do you have any?
I
You said that
I'm
you are checking on the Grammarly.
yeah. I'm working right now.
No, but we can also looking at the context maybe.
Yeah. So we decide to I send you emails all the time. Okay.
Okay.
Enough for
Okay.
one
One
C.
enough. Yeah. Even if Rangga is taking care the 1C, but maybe our teacher, our lecturer will asking one of our member anything from this unit evaluation. So each of us need to understand the question.
Guys, we only have 1 minute left.
Let's jump into the next.
Vocabulary 2A.
Vocabulary actually for the one this is like the vocabulary random word that I don't know for 1, 6, 7, and 8 because it's only the blank words.
Number 2 is delicious.
2 is delicious. 3 is ugly. 4 is lovely. 5 is gorgeous.
Number 1.
Number 1 I don't know because it's A blank 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 T.
Looking at the first one.
All right.
The film was all right at the beginning.
Yes.
Okay.
Number 6. Strength. Number 6 is strength.
Strange. Oh yes.
And one by one to each group and try to listen the activities that you do, which I thought that was very not effective in a great sense, but I like that you actually conducted discussion because that is all that I needed. So you need to start presenting your ideas and then let your friends know what you think about. That's the most important part in my class. Right. Okay. Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. Thank you, Riando, for breaking up the rooms, creating breakout rooms. So I believe that you already had a fruitful discussion about the questions that you have. I see that some of you tried to, ask somebody in your groups about the reason why you choose the answer. And I happened to listen to one question that you answered, which is the simple present. And then one of your colleagues was asking you why the answer is simple present. Because there was all the time, there is always, there is one. So the reason is very simple. If I may suggest, if everybody asks you or somebody asks you why the grammar is present simple? It's because if you see one of the characteristics of present simple, first of all, it will always involve always, sometimes, every day. So the, what do you call that? The adverb, which depicts the picture that this activity is conducted regularly. You know what I mean? So if activities, or you're looking for something which is simple or not, simple present tense is an activity that is conducted in regular basis. So that could be the reason why when you choose simple present as your answer, and then people ask you why you use simple present, because this activity happens regularly. All right? Or another way to answer it, if we talk about common facts. Do you know the meaning of common facts? Common facts, something that is common. The world is round, right? The world is round, right? So that is round, not was round. It's always present tense. So common facts is always present tense. Anyways, I think that was the question from Vavai to one of your friends. I can't remember her name. Okay. Right. I will share screen again. Right. I will share screen again. 1 second. Yep. Can you guys see my screen now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right. Okay. So I will go about one by one, and I will mention your name. And if you could, try to answer certain questions, and please provide the reason why you answer that question, just like what I did earlier. Why the answer is present tense? Because it happens regularly. Why the answer is present continuous? Because blah, blah, blah. Okay. So for this one, the unit 1 review and extension 1, grammar 1A. Put the words in the correct order to make question. I don't think you'll find difficulty in this, but please, Albert, would you please do number 1 until 4?
Yes, sir. Thank you for the opportunity. So in number 1, we answered, did you go out last night?
Okay, great. Okay. Number
And
2.
the second, where did you go last weekend?
Okay.
And the third, what kind of TV programs do you like?
Okay.
And the fourth, who do you know at the school?
Great. So because the thing is, the structures of questions, you have to put auxiliaries before the subject, right? And you've done it correctly. Well done, Albert. Okay. So for number 5 to 7, Kwan Cheng Ki, would you like to answer number 5 to 7? Kwan Cheng Ki. Kwan.
Yes. How often do you play sport?
All right. Okay. Number
What
6.
What do you usually do at weekends?
Great.
Are you tired today?
Right. Okay. Simple. Everybody, I believe, has done perfectly, right? I mean, it should be a piece of cake. Well done. Okay. Thanks, Kwan. Yeah. Thanks, Kwan. All right. And then what about this? It should be a bit longer. Wait 1 second. Right. B and C. Let's go by C. This is a conversation between Jackie and Mum. Right. Rafi Habib. Are you still there, Rafi?
Yes, sir, I am.
Rafi, would you please read from Jackie until Mum, the last Mum there, and tell me how you answer those questions, those blank spaces.
Okay, sir. Hi, Mom. Oh, hi, Jackie. Nice of you to call. You do not call very often,
Right.
Jackie. Oh, come on, Mom. I working really hard at the university at the moment. I never had time to call. And I sending you email all the time.
Okay. Go on.
I like to speak to you and hear your voice. That's all. Your sister calling me every weekend.
Go on.
Jackie. Well, we can we we can speak now. But word changing, mom. Some of my friends never had a phone home. They just emailing or send a text. I preferred how things were I the best.
Okay, all right. Thank you for the answer, Rafi. Anyone from this class would like to tackle and help Rafi to fix his answers because he made many mistakes, I believe. Anyone would like to try?
Me,
You
sir.
can raise your hand. Who is this?
Johanna, sir.
Johanna, go on, Johanna. Would you like to help Rafi, please? Can you read, please, from the beginning, Jackie, to the last month?
Okay. Jackie, hi, mom. Mom. Oh, hi, Jackie. Nice of you to call. You do not call very often.
Good.
Jackie. Oh, come on, mom. I'm working really hard at this university at the moment.
Right.
I never have time to call, and I send you emails all the time.
Right. Okay.
Mom, I like to speak to you and hear your voice. That's all. Your sister calls me every weekend.
Right.
Jackie, well, we're speaking now, but the world is changing. Mom, some of my friends never phone home. They just email or send a text. Mom, I preferred how things were in the past.
Great. That's great. Thank you, Johanna. That's all correct. Fantastic. That's all
Thank
correct.
you.
Good. Yeah. Well done,
We
Johanna.
already discussed.
Yeah. That's the most important part of discussion, isn't it? Brilliant. So just
Thank you,
for
sir.
clarifying, all the answers from Johanna was right. I mean, all the answers were right, basically. I like it. So come on, mom. Because there's at the moment here, right? At the moment has the similar meaning as now. It means when you hear there is an adverb now, it is a present continuous. Present continuous is to be or be plus ing form of a verb. In this case, the answer is, oh, come on, mom. I am working really hard. That's good. And then the others, never is something that regularly happens, right? So never is one of the adverb that will determine that the sentence is present tense. Never have time, and I send you emails all the time as well. All the time is something that happens regularly. I think that was Vavai question to your partner, right? All the time. What is all the time? So all the time is another example of adverb that will make your sentence become present tense, simple present tense. All right. I like to speak to you and hear your voice. Yeah, I like. So you can't say I'm liking. So I like. And then your sister calls me. Call, C-A-L-L plus S, yeah? Don't forget, guys. There's supposed to be S here. Remember, this may come up in your 4th week summative test. So you have to know that this is present tense. He, she, and it will always use S at the end of the verb. All right? So call become calls. Sleep becomes sleeps if the subject is she, he, or it. All right? Then, well, now, see, when you see there is now here, now is the determinant, the adverb that will create present continuous. So it means we'll see we are speaking now, but the world is changing, Mom. Some friends never will coming back to never, right? Never is present simple, never phone home. They just email or send text mail. Actually, this answer you can see from here. There is a grammar rule named parallelism. Parallelism. When you see and, when you see or, when the word after and is ing, the previous before and is also ing. Ing and ing, verb 1 plus verb 1, verb 2, and verb 2. So you can't change it. Ing and then verb 2, no, you can't. That's not parallel. This one, verb 1, right? Send a text. This one, they just email. Email, this case, is not a noun, but email here will act as a verb. It means send email. All right. Ajeng, you're raising your hand. Would you like to ask something, Ajeng?
Yes, sir. I want to ask for the C6. If the subject
number 6, yeah.
plural,
Okay, your sister, right? Yeah.
yeah, but if the subject is plural, so it's still call, not plus S, right?
You're right. Yeah, you're right, Ajeng. If the subject is plural, like your sisters, if you have more than one sister, right? Your sisters with S, plural, then you don't have to put S after the word call. So your sisters plus S, it means more than one sister, call me every weekend. But because this is only one, your sister, that is why after call, according to grammatical rule, you have to put S or ES at the end of the verb. All right?
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Okay, so well done, Ajeng. Thank you for the question. Right. Vania, okay, Vania, you asked me a question. Please go on, Vania. What would you like to ask?
So, sir, I have interesting things, yeah, that I want to discuss.
Yes, please.
If you ever heard about McDonald's, like
McDonald's,
I'm
yeah, that's
loving it.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Why
Okay.
I'm loving it?
Not
like,
love it, yeah?
Yeah, I love it.
Okay.
Why?
Brilliant. Yeah, that's brilliant. No, you're right. I mean, there was a discussion about this in what do you call that, in lecturers forum back in the days. I think it was in 2013. So 2013, like 10 years ago, I was still in Australia at that time, and we were discussing about this actually. Why McDonald's symbol, McDonald's motto is I'm loving it, not I love it. And then some of the grammar experts at that time couldn't answer this question. So I really can't answer, because love, like, and the words of affection, love, like, hate, they're not supposed to be informal verb. They're not supposed to be present continuous. They're supposed to be either simple present or past tense or past perfect. Never have they been in present continuous. But why McDonald creates I'm loving it instead of I love it? And their answers simply, it was because when you eat McDonald's, you love it. When you don't eat it, you don't love it anymore. So that's the answer from those grammar teachers long time ago. Really, they can't provide more making sense answer than this. So yeah. If you ask me this, I'm on the same wavelength, on the same ideas with those lecturers. The way McDonald's is creating the motto is when you eat the food from McDonald's, you like it, you're loving it. But after that, you don't love it anymore, or probably your love is fading away, things like that. Yeah, Vania, that's interesting. Really, really
Thank
interesting.
you. Really interesting.
Yeah, really. I mean, you're right. That was discussed back in the days, 2013. I remember there was a lecturer meeting in the past, and when I was finishing my master degree in Australia, And one of the discussion is why, and why McDonald's creating I'm loving it, not I love it. Simply, we couldn't answer that question. And we came up with the idea that I just presented to you. All right.
Thank you, sir. It's really insightful.
Okay, that's great. I mean, I don't know if I answer your question, but that is the discussion from the past that I presented to you. Hopefully, that makes sense. Okay, next we go on. I would like to go to the number 2, vocabulary. So there are some things that you need to fill up here. Some 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blank spaces. Now, allow me to ask. One second. Neil, yeah, I'm coming back to you, Neil.
Yes, sir, I'm here.
So what would be the result of your discussion with your partners? Number 1 to 3.
1 to 3. Number 2, vocabulary.
Yeah, number 2, 2A,
Alright.
vocabularies.
Number 1, the film was all right at the beginning, but I did not, I did not like the ending.
Right, that's great. It
Okay.
was all right in the beginning. Good, okay, because we
Number
got
2,
T there, yeah, ANT, yeah.
we had some really delicious food at the party.
Okay. We ate some really
And
what?
delicious.
Delicious food at the party. Great. Okay. Well done. Okay. Number 3.
Number 3, they have got a nice house, but they live in a really ugly part of town.
Ugly part of town. Okay. All right. Okay. That's it. Thank you, Neil. That's brilliant.
My pleasure.
I think the rest should be very easy. You can just continue yourself. Okay, I'll stop sharing this and I'll show, I'll bring you back to this one. 1 second, guys. Share screen, and I'm bringing you back to our agenda for today. So we have done number 5, yeah? We still get at least around 3, 1, 2, 3. We still have around 20 minutes. We'll do these 3, 1, 2, 3, yeah? So guys, now allow me to show you some examples of emails, right? Professional email from one of my colleagues. And I need you to take a look at the structure, okay? 1 second. Share screen, emails. Where are my emails? Oh, not this one. Hang on. Bear with me for a second. This one, this. Okay, got it. So guys, I don't know why it's not coming out. Yep. Can you now see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So this is the example of proper email sent by professionals, right? So first of all, you need to find here, Dr. blah, blah, blah. If you use Dr., Mr., please make sure you at least mention the last name, at least, yeah? Or you mention the whole names, right? Never ever, when you use Dear Doctor, you use first name. Dear Dr. Agung, that's completely unacceptable, okay? Doctor plus last name. If you don't want to use Doctor, you can use first name. Dear Agung, that's it. Dear Dr. Nugroho, or Dear Dr. Agung Nugroho, that's the correct one. And then, thank you for submitting your application, or you can say, how are you? I hope you are well, or things like that. Like you ask the condition of the people you're sending the email, and then you show your expectation. How are you? And then I hope you're doing great. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're staying safe. That's the structure, yeah? and then the content, right? The content, see, the search theme is singular. It uses has. It doesn't use have, right? It uses has because it's singular, okay? And then the interview is followed by. Is passive form, right? The interview is followed by blah, blah, blah. So followed by is a passive form. To be plus verb 3, right? If you find to be plus ing, but the meaning is passive, it means that is wrong, all right? So to be plus verb 3 will be passive. And then at the end of your email, make sure the structure way, make sure you provide thank you, and we look forward to hearing from you soon. Best regards or best wishes, it's all up to you. And then your name, the sender's name, all right? Please have a look one more time, the structure, right? Dear Dr. Agung Nugroho, thank you for submitting, blah, 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 blah. Thank you, and we look forward to hearing from you. Best regards, and the name of the sender. So this is a simple way, right? Okay. Now, I would like you to see this. Please do screenshot, by the way, guys. I will share something, and I would like you to do screenshot. 1 second. Share screen. Can you see my screen again?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. That is the first email. Please screenshot this. Screenshot this, yeah? Okay. Finish? Okay. I will go to the next one. Do the same thing. Screenshot this, please. Or take picture, up to you. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Right.
Finish.
Good.
Yeah, finish.
Well done. So now that you have screenshot 2, I give you 2 because I have 3, but I think it will not have enough time. We will not have enough time. So 2 would be fine. Now we're coming back to this. I already give 2, not 3, yeah, because 3 will be too many. So 2 different email examples consisting of some errors. So in those emails that you screenshot or you taken as a picture, they contain some errors or mistakes. I will put you in a breakout rooms again. Riando, are you ready after this?
Yes,
Riando?
sir.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wait, yeah. After this, you send your friends to breakout rooms again to discuss. What will be the discussion? So please, in your group, I'm giving instruction at the moment. In your group, try to find out what errors in those 2 emails and fix them. Okay? Find out the errors and fix them.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay, sir.
I give you just 10 minutes, not long, just 10 minutes. And then we'll come back to the main room. All right?
Okay.
Okay. So it could be grammar mistakes, cultural mistake, politeness, and structure mistakes. So up to you. So find out what mistakes you can find and present after you come back to the room, after you return to the main room.
I'm sorry,
the floor is
sir.
yours. The floor is yours. Try to send your friends to breakout rooms now.
Okay, sir.
I'm sorry, sir.
Yeah,
Could
okay.
you please go back to the first email?
All right. Yeah, sure.
Okay.
There you go. Screenshot this, please, or take picture.
Yes. Thank you. All right.
Okay. Go on. You have 10 minutes.
Okay.
Ini
Oh, sama lagi.
yes, I think this will be a random picking. Okay. I was asking Somebody can sharing the. Okay, it's me. This one is email one. Okay, suggestion. I think we have some initial wrong by looking at the red lines. What's up? In pronunciation. I will send you. Definitely going to. Okay, we can start from the beginning. What's up, Robert? What is the correct one?
I think no need WhatsApp because it is impolite. If we talk about the official image, we no need WhatsApp, Robert.
Okay, what is the best answer to replacing this one?
No replace, it's just deleted.
Maybe we can use dear Mr. Robert.
Yes,
Okay.
maybe there Mr. Robert is okay.
How to make it. Okay, I think we can doing the notes by ourselves.
Yes.
Okay. Number one is dear Mr. Robert. How you going?
How are you? How are you?
How are you going?
How are you?
How are you too?
I think we
Maybe
don't
just
need
how
it.
are you?
Just hope you do. Hope you are
Just
doing
are.
well.
Okay, I think Leonardi, what is your suggest?
I think just directly hope you are doing well.
So how you going?
Because it's
Will be deleted.
yes, because it's like a question and then you answer it the question.
Okay, something like redundant. Okay, I want to tell you that next week I'm going to when. I think this is the second problem. I want to tell you that next week I'm going to when. I am going to go.
Next week.
Yes.
Yes,
Next-
I'm going to go. I'm going to go.
I'm going to go to London for my research conference. I'm wondering if you can replace me to teaching my 2 class. 2 is plural, so this one is classes.
Yes, and also it should be teach, not teaching, because there is no to be before the
Replace me
verb.
to teach. This one.
Yeah. Yes.
English reading and English pronunciation. Not pronunciating it. Pronunciation, because this is a noun, not the verb. I will send you, not T but D, because will be verb 1, send.
Yes.
Not send.
Yes.
You all the detail. All
Details.
Maybe all details.
with S, because this
Yes.
is plural. This is not relating, I think.
I will send you all details related.
Related,
Passive.
because this passive to the schedule, materials, and student name. I understand that this favor will be quite difficult to do, but I hope you would be able to do it. I'm definitely going to. What's wrong with this? Anyone? I'm definitely going to make up for it.
I'm definitely going to make up.
I think
Definitely.
it should be verb 1. Or
But it's already am to be. but
I
different.
we can delete it. I am going to make up for it.
Yes, I think we can delete it.
Yeah. Please tell me if you can help me out. Thanks. Greetings, Stephen. Okay.
I don't know if is it appropriate to use thanks in email instead of thank you.
Okay. This one is thank you. Okay. We can go to the second
Right.
email. Yeah.
For the no, I just want to repeat it. Dear Robert, hope you are doing well. So this I want to tell you, it should be I would like to tell you or I want to tell you.
I prefer with I would like to tell you.
Yes,
Would you like?
I would like to tell
Oh.
you is more
Polite.
convenient, more
I would like
formal.
to tell you that next week I'm going to go to London for my research conference.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Any other before we going to the second email? Pak
And
Sudrajat?
maybe
Yeah. Okay, yes.
Pak Bapak, sorry. Maybe in the part I am wondering if you can replace me. We could use I am wondering if you could replace me. Or we can or just can.
Any suggest? Because I'm wondering.
Usually, if I reply an email from others, I use could instead of can.
It sounds like you don't insist them, right?
Yes, correct. If you could replace me, it's better than if you can replace me.
So the sentence is will be I'm wondering if you could replace me to teach my 2 classes.
Yes. I think
English
so.
reading and English pronunciation. Okay.
Yes,
I think we don't need to because we need to also explain why let's say relating change to related because this is a passive one. Yeah. Okay, can we go to the second email?
Yes.
The second email, hello Terry.
The hello is already incorrect.
Hello.
Yes.
Dear Mr. Terry.
Usually I get email like hi, not hello, but I don't know is polite or no, yeah, or hello.
I'm always using hi in my email. Anyway.
Usually, hello or hi is okay, but hello is more polite than hi. But the hello not hello, but HELLO.
Yeah, I agree.
HELLO.
Like my boss previously used hi or just call name to send email.
Yes, but
What do you think, guys?
Reply your boss with hi, I think.
Yeah, they rarely use their.
Okay. Actually, we have also Pak Sudrajat and Pak Dimas. If you want to suggest anything, you can also discuss. Because this is not about 1 or 2 person, but it's for all of us.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, we can continue after hello. How are you? Hope you well. Hope you doing well, maybe. Because
Hope you are doing well.
You are doing well. Use are.
Hope you are doing well. Or I hope you are well. I hope you are well. I hope you are doing well. Sorry.
I hope you are doing well.
Okay, maybe we can also looking at the first email. Hope you doing well will be also changing if we change the second email. The first one is hope you doing well.
Yeah. Yes. Hope you are doing well.
Okay. Okay. So we are changing the first one. Hope you are doing well. Okay. Continue in this email. I want to tell you that tomorrow you had to attend had to attend or have, because
Have to attend.
not had the independence ceremony in President University. In or at?
I think at, because it's detail the place, not the area or region at President University.
So this is at President University.
Yes.
The dean just tells me.
The dean just tells me this morning that you are.
This morning that you are appointing. This morning that is in the past that you are appointing.
This morning that you are appointed, I think. You are appointed.
You were or you are?
I think it should be passive. You are appointed.
To replace him to give the welcome speech.
Yes.
Any suggest for you are appointed? Because sometimes if we talk about the past, I usually use you were appointed, even if this one is maybe in the past and also in the passive mode.
If you use past, that the sentences is the dean just tells me that this morning that you are if you were appointed to replace him to give welcome speech, but the welcome speech is not in the past but in the future later. But I'm not sure if were is appropriate for these sentences, because welcome speech will be later, not in the past.
Okay, I think I agree with the context in passive, because if you were appointed, it will change the meaning of the sentences. Okay, you are appointed to replace him to give the welcome speech. Continue with the second passage. Since the ceremony
will start at
not was started, but will start.
Yes, will start at 8 p.m.
At 8 a.m. please do come at before, I think, not at before.
Maybe only please come before 6:30.
Yes, at we are removing deleted at
6:30 a.m.
Yes, 6:30 a.m.
Okay. There will be some briefing activities conducted by the committee.
Conducted by the committee. It should be conducted because it's already have by the committee. It means the conducting should be passive.
Okay. Briefing is correct.
There will be some.
I think briefing is none.
Yes, but it has be in front of when be verb ing, be plus verb ing, but I'm not sure the sentence is correct. There will be some brief. There will be some briefing.
I think we can. This is not the verb briefing, because
yes, this is
briefing activities.
No, that's Jiron.
Yeah.
That's Jiron. The verb in that becomes noun.
Yes, correct. It's Jiron.
Okay, and continue the last passage. And one more things. One
more thing.
Without S. Because it's only one. And one more thing. Please.
And one more thing, please wear black suit and black shoes for the ceremony.
We need to going back to the main room.
If you have any question, don't hesitate to contact me.
Okay. Here is my email address. only one, so not.
Yes, here is email address.
Thank you and see you later.
Yes.
Okay, we are going back to the main room.
Okay then.
Yeah, welcome back. Some of you may not finish. I know it's quite tough.
Yes, Mister. Before has some guys to help us to how to reply or maybe send the email to our teacher, maybe somebody. Yeah.
Okay. No, that's fine. I mean, I'm not aiming to finish today, actually. So basically, those emails I gave you would be assignments. But assignments, you don't have to do it before meetings. So just bring them next week, and then I will give you another chance to talk about them, plus additional one more email.
Then I want to ask before, if the email have the rules that I cannot use my. I want to talk. Yeah. Just I
You
want to
cannot use.
talk any I want to talk. Just easy. Yeah.
I can't, Liang, I mean, what was your question? Could you please repeat your question slowly, please? What was your question again, Liang?
Just forgive me my poor English.
No, it's fine. I mean, that's the reason why I'm asking you again. Would you repeat your question so I can try to understand?
I just want to talk that the email to send to somebody.
Yeah.
Maybe what I want to say.
Right.
Yes.
So, are you asking me that?
I want to have free to talk. Yes.
Right. Okay. Like you want to have freedom to talk, to send messages to everyone that you like, right?
Yes, that's right.
Okay. If
Okay,
you
thank
can, identify the errors and then you understand how to build your own email, that will be very important for you later on if you finally want to actually send your real message to some people. Okay, I think is everybody here? We got supposedly 80 people, right? We have 75 now. I mean, yep. Is everybody here? Anyone left behind?
Yes.
Right, okay.
Yes, sir.
Great, guys. Anyways, welcome back to the main room. Now, I just would like to ask you, how do you think about the email errors? Can you identify easily, or are you still difficult to identify? Tell me, anyone.
I think it was still lazy.
It was still lazy. What do you mean lazy?
easy. No,
Oh, easy. All
I'm not
right.
saying
Okay.
lazy. Easy.
I see. Okay.
Actually,
Yeah,
no,
that's good. That's good. All right. So that is the thing that I would like you to do, basically. Try to keep it. I know you have finished, but I believe many others in this class have not finished. And I will make them as your homework, but you don't have to do it at home. Please bring them next week in the meeting, and I will provide time for you to discuss like this again. After your discussion, we will provide more time to discuss about the errors in those emails. But because we have only two, right? We have only two.
Yeah.
I would like to give you one more email later on. So in total, you will have 3, right? I will send in the WhatsApp group the data. It will be in Microsoft Word, right? After this. And then you can directly try yourself at home, or you can wait until next week to discuss. It's all up to you. Okay?
Okay.
So
Okay, that's
I will
fine.
send after this
Okay.
another one. So all of them will be 3. Bring them home. Do it yourself at home if you have time. Otherwise, wait until the next meeting and you discuss in this class. And then after your discussion, when we come back, we will continue our programs like we are planning tonight. Obviously, the time is now already finished, so I don't want to hold you too long. All of you will work tomorrow morning, so I don't want to wait. You know, I don't want to waste your energy, and then tomorrow you'll be sleepy. But still, my expectation is that in this class, hopefully will mean something. And then the assignments I give you for next week, I will send through WhatsApp group. You can download it and then you can directly do it. So the 3 emails I send you, or you can just wait until next week. All right? Okay, so before I close the class, ladies and gentlemen, would you like to have question? Anyone? Would you like to have question? Who is this? Who's speaking?
Mr. Dwiki.
Hi, Dwiki. What is your
Hi.
question, Dwiki?
Sorry, wait. Okay, wait. For next week, or next meet, we can teach about unit 2 or anything, because I think I will review that unit.
Yeah, that's a good question, Dwiki. Thank you so much. Yep, you're right. So we have done unit 1 today, and of course we're going to roll into the unit 2 for next week. So if you can do it, I mean, again, I'm not trying to put pressure on you. That's why I don't instruct you to submit it. But if you submit it, I accept it with my whole hands open. All right? So please do the unit 2 by yourself at home, right? By yourself at home. You don't have to submit it to me, but if you want to, just send it to me by WhatsApp or something, okay? Because some of you have done that as well today, and I am happy if you do it. But otherwise, I'm not instructing any submission for now and for next week. There will be time later on that I will ask you to submit something, but not this week and next week. All right, that's a good question, Dwiki. Thank you. I hope I answer your question, yeah? All right.
yeah.
Any other question from anyone?
yes. Sorry. I would like to ask if we move the schedule of the study to Saturday or Sunday, it's okay or not?
Oh wow, that's not depending on me. That should depend on the other guys, right?
Because you know, for maybe if we are study around 11 o'clock is like same you also tell, right?
Right. Yeah. I mean, you're welcome to discuss that in the group, Kevin. I mean, I'm not trying to interfere, yeah? So basically, I'm not trying to propose anything. You talk with your friends in this group, and when they all agree, tell me.
We ask
I
the
don't mind.
lecturer, if the lecturer agree, so we just ask our classmates. Yeah, because the
Right.
kid is your right.
Yeah, you mean you're right. You're right. I can decide everything, but I prefer to make this the consensus of other people as well. So I'm not a dictator, Kevin, basically. My class is not a dictatorship. So please talk to others. if they agree, let's do it on the weekends. I'm fine. I'm free on the weekends most of the time, so we can do it. But please make sure you talk to others and get the consent from others. And that's it. Okay? Let me know the result of your discussion 2 or 3 days from now. And then we can talk about the changing schedule after you get the, what do you call that? The agreements from all members of this class.
Okay,
Kevin, that's a good question.
yeah,
That's a good question.
we give
Thank
the
you so
ball
much.
to our captain. It's okay lah.
Okay, just make sure when you're sure everybody is all right, we do it. Okay, so
Okay,
any
thank
other? Okay, thanks, Kevin. Any other question? No?
Crystal clear, sir. Thank you very much.
Fantastic. Okay, so one more thing, Kevin. You're welcome to do so. Talk to your friends. If your friends are happy about the changing schedule, take it. Let me know and do it. All right?
Okay,
Okay.
thank you very much, sir.
Okay, and one more thing for the recorders. So I believe we still have 3 recorders, Neil, Ryan, Riando, and Kevin, right? So after this, make sure you save somewhere. You send the link to the group so that everybody can have access to our class today, okay?
The recording
Okay,
is
sir.
Thank
Yeah,
you,
bye-bye.
sir.
Yes, please.
Thank you, sir.
For
Yeah.
including me.
Thank you, sir.
Lava, you asking me
Bye.
something?
Yes, sir. I
Thank
just
you,
you
sir.
just said that the
Bye-bye,
recorder
sir.
is 3, including Kevin, but actually the recorder is
I haven't got the
4.
recording. It's
I
only
see.
3.
Okay. Yeah, Vavai, Neil, Riondo, and Kevin. Kevin,
There is no Kevin. Kevin cannot recording.
I see. Okay, just 3 of you, yeah? So Vavai, Neil, and Riando, yeah?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Mm. Goodbye,
That's
sir.
great.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you,
Bye.
sir.
Goodbye.
Okay, that's it. Thank you so
Thank you,
much,
sir.
and have a
Thank you
good night,
very
guys.
much.
I'll see you next week, yeah?
Thank you, sir.
See you next week.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank
Cheers,
you.
mate. Have a great night, yeah? I'll see you next week.
Thank you, 谢谢。
Thank
See
you.
you next week.
Bye. 谢谢. Goodbye.
谢谢。
Good night.